Chris Baldwin with the United Healthcare Pro Cycling Team.
I'm Phil Zajicek from 5 Australia.
Great. Okay, Chris and Phil, welcome to Active at Altitude. And I have a few questions for you. Number one is you both just returned from the Tour of the Gila. And what were your individual highlights, and did you meet your expectations on the race?
For me, it went really well. I was really happy. I spent nearly 2 weeks up here before the race in preparation. I think that really helped me. Ended up third overall. Highlight, I think, was the time trial for me. I think it was one of the best time trials of my life. I was fifth, but I was really close to some of the best guys in the world.
So, congratulations.
Zajicek and Levi just behind them. So it was a good time trial for me.
Yeah. And Chris?
I think Phil kind of hit on it. Just getting to race with some of the best riders in the world would have been the highlight for me. Lance Armstrong, Levi Leipheimer, Dave Zajicek. These guys are, like I said, some of the best in the world. So it's a thrill to ride alongside them.
Yeah. Nice place to be.
Yeah.
Okay, number two. The Tour of California starts in 5 days on Sunday, May the 16th. And what are your goals, both personally and for your teams?
I want to win a stage. Like, I'm going there to be on the podium. I want to step on the top step of the podium. So big goals, but I think achievable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our team will be the same strategy, shooting for stage wins, kind of rather than the overall. We have some riders for the overall, but we have sprinters for the sprint finishes that could potentially win a stage. And I personally just want to race aggressively and enjoy the race.
Right. Okay, thank you. Number three, you've both spent a block of training time here at Active at Altitude in Estes Park. And our lodge is at 8,200 feet, close to Rocky Mountain National Park, and nearly 3,000 feet higher than your homes in Boulder. You both live in Boulder, Colorado. And what have you found to be the benefits of being at a higher elevation than just training in Boulder?
I think it's the perfect altitude up here, where we're able to drop down to Boulder, so we can still train efficiently at that little bit lower altitude, and then spend the majority of our time up here, recovering red blood cells. And it's not too high that you're not able to recover fully. It's kind of that perfect altitude. So I think it's definitely been a big benefit for us.
Yeah. Chris?
Nothing much to add to that. Just it's
ideal.
Yeah. Teaches your body to use oxygen more efficiently, and it's just a really effective training tool.
Yeah.
And as well, just the location. Like, there's such good riding, like arguably the best riding in the country, right here, like out the back door.
Good point. Thank you. And lastly, what have you particularly enjoyed about staying here at Active at Altitude, and what can cyclists who come here to train expect?
Yeah, I mean, like I just said, the best cycling in the country. I mean, you have probably about 15 different canyons to ride. 15 big climbs. You can ride up on peak-to-peak highway at 9,000 feet for hours upon hours, and low traffic, great roads, good road surfaces. It doesn't get much better.
That's it. To me, it's also the relaxing atmosphere, just being up here. That the number one thing is, the cabin experience, being in the mountains, and just it's very relaxing, which is conducive to hard training and just fun, enjoyable.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet and beautiful and relaxing. And being able to do a big training ride, come back, make a nice meal, and then just relax and be up in the mountains.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and one of the things we find with a lot of athletes that come here is they have an opportunity to really focus. So there aren't many distractions. You're not in the center of town. It's we're away from town, and it's so as you said, it's quiet, it's peaceful. On the roads, I mean, you've been here, Phil, you've been training up here in April as well as in May, and traditionally you might think April or May in the Rockies might be not good weather for riding, but you.
For the most part, the sun is out, and might be a little chilly, but if you dress appropriately, you can train. Chris and I train up here in the mountains in December, January, February, year round, really.
Wow.
So one of the benefits of this kind of elevation is the evaporation and the dryness of the climate. Keep the roads pretty clear.
Yeah. So. Good. Thank you, guys. Good luck in California.
Thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure.